Here are our hosts, Dr. Mark Vaughn and Dr. Gawain Vaughn.
Hello and welcome to the Auburn Medical Group live stream with...
Hey, I'm Dr. Gawain Vaughn.
And Dr. Mark Vaughn.
Thanks for joining us.
You can tell because we've got...
Measles.
Measles today.
It's a thing.
Are certain groups of people more susceptible to getting measles? How would you answer
Sure.
that? I've got an answer to that, but I want to hear how you answer it.
Oh, are we talking with vaccination in as a part of that? So if you're unvaccinated, obviously those people are going to be more susceptible. Or if you're under-vaccinated, which we can talk a little bit more about, meaning you haven't gotten the two, you've only gotten one. Those are a little more susceptible. But those who have certain immune problems as well are obviously that just get infections more often are going to be more, or can't get the vaccination due to some immune reasons are going to be more susceptible.
Yeah, the only thing I would add to that is to specifically say people with HIV are a special case.
Yeah. Sorry,
and they really need to be talking to their doctor about whether it's appropriate even for them to get the vaccine at their point in their treatment or their disease. Those are the main ones. People who've had stem cell transplants may need to get vaccinated after the stem cell transplant because they're getting an exchange of white blood cells, so theirs aren't theirs. They're somebody else's.
You don't know what they've been exposed to.
And then, of course, anybody who's more around people, so like high school, college age, or people who are in schools, healthcare workers.
Right.
These are the ones.
These are where we check. So
I would like to give a little bit of background as to why we're talking about this today.
Sure.
In Placer County.
It's where we're at.
It's because we're having an outbreak right now. Apparently there was contact between somebody in Placer County and somebody in South Carolina,
which is where the really big outbreak is happening.
There's an outbreak first. Then it's
brought
been
it back.
How long has it been now? Sometime last month, I believe.
I couldn't tell you.
Actually, it was mentioned at the Medical Society board meeting on the first Tuesday of the month last month. So it's been over a month now.
Yeah, 6 weeks ago.
When the health officer for Placer County was saying, we have an outbreak. So the most recent news was from 1 week ago. So not really news, but 1 week ago, there were two families, one that had 3 members and one that had 5 members in one house. Two groups of 4 anyway. Within two families.
Two
I'm not exactly
two
how the
living
distribution
groups.
was. So at that point, a week ago, it was limited to just these families. The health department was on top of it. They were tracing, where did you get it from and who have you been around. So last I knew, we don't have updated beyond that, but
the most updated written numbers on that because they trail by a couple weeks.
Yes. So what is going on timing wise? Well, when somebody gets exposed to measles, like we said before, it can be a whole week from the time of onset of symptoms till they have the rash show up.
That kind of tips them off that, this is measles, and that whole time. They are contagious. Yeah, they are giving it to the people around them
with that having that cough,
high R naught number,
coryza, and which takes a day for it to happen.
Right.
Before you start having symptoms, you actually can get the vaccine and have prophylactic protection against getting an infection from that exposure.
Yeah.
If you get the vaccine within 72 hours of your exposure, which is tough to capture because that means. People probably didn't know they were getting exposed when they were. It's probably like a phone call that comes after the fact. Hey, somebody had measles at such and such event or school or classroom. You need to,
check your status, or if you don't have it, get vaccinated. Yeah.
So if you were to get that call within 72 hours, your doctor can give you the measles vaccine. The first dose, of course, you want to have.
Yeah, we should probably talk about that vaccine.
A month between doses.
Right. The measles, mumps, rubella vaccine, MMR is what it's abbreviated as, is a combo vaccine, meaning you cannot get a measles alone vaccine. It is in combination with those three things, which I don't know if you've ever had. I've had people ask me, can I just get the Measles? No, you can't. Unfortunately, it all comes together. But typically we give the vaccine to every kid. That's the recommendation. Every child at 1 year of age, and then repeat at 4 to 6. Trying to get them before they go to kindergarten. And those 2 vaccines are what give them the best immunity. It shows that it's 97%
97% effective.
Which is amazing. And getting 1 is 93% effective. However, that is not quite it. Back when this originally came out, we were just giving 1 vaccine, but in, I think it was 1989, there was an outbreak. And people were vaccinated with the 1 vaccine on those who had the outbreak. So that's when they bumped up that recommendation to 2, and it stuck. And it was good. Actually, in year 2000, we declared measles eradicated, because that means for 12 months we did not have any exposure, I guess, and what's the term they use? Any local transmission.
Right. That it came from somebody in the country, not from...
Exactly. Yeah, not from coming from outside. But in 2023 is when this kind of came back.
We had the big outbreak in Texas.
And we started to have these new outbreaks. And these are typically within smaller communities of the under-vaxxed.
They use the term tight-knit.
That's a good term, yeah.
Tight-knit. Typically, it's going to be people who are kind of vaccine skeptical, so the term we're using now to describe people who don't rush out to get every vaccine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you're not 100% sure you were vaccinated when younger, should you see about getting vaccinated now? Yeah,
great question.
If you don't have a record, which who's going to have a record at our age or even Laura's age? I think she's younger than us. You may not have some kind of record from when you were a kid, whether or not you got it. So the recommendation is to get it.
Yeah, just get it. You don't need to go get that blood test and check to see.
The blood test doesn't even really apply to
just go get a booster, and you can ask your doctor for that. And for a while there, they were even recommending boosters in pretty much everybody in their 40s and kind of middle age. It's 40 middle age. Oh man, I'm middle aged. In that area, they'd say go get your booster. One thing you should know is those that were born before 1957 don't need to get it. So the vaccine was developed in 1963, the first original vaccine. So before that, those who essentially born before 1957 had been up to 6 years old at that point, and most people got it before that age. Just about everybody. We're talking about like high percentages. So if you were you could. If you're if you're born before 1957, you do not need a booster. You do not need to go ask your doctor for an MMR vaccine.
There is one interesting little group born between 1964 and 1967. Oh,
they got the inactivated,
That got a version of the vaccine that wasn't as effective. And the recommendation is if you were born between, I think it's 64, 67.
63 and 67?
Is that what it was?
I think 63
to 67. If you were...
It's a small group of people, like 1 million people or something.
There were, 1 million people got it. And so now these people are in their, late 50s, early 60s.
Yep.
And the recommendation is they get
a new booster
because of
get a new booster.
The question of how effective that one was back then. She is 41.1. Should
41?
I
period.
should get a booster? No, you shouldn't. If you got your shots when you're
if you're good, then you should be. You should.
Yeah, unless you have a reason to suspect that you didn't.
I think you are in South Carolina, right?
North.
She's in North Carolina.
Yeah. And maybe your mom has your record. You can ask her. Yeah.
Right. Most of the people born in the 80s. That's and I got that first shot, and then in 1989 when they made that recommendation to go to 2, most got their boosters around that time. I had to get my blood tested and I was good, so I must have gotten it at some point. So somewhere along that.
You'd mentioned
my parents were great vaccinators.
They start at
pro-vaccine
1 year of age to get that first one.
Yeah.
There is a group for which we recommend they get it earlier, and that is people doing foreign travel. We actually recommend anybody over 6 months of age who hasn't gotten that 1 year yet, go ahead and get it. But if they do, it's recommended that they get 2 shots after they turn 1.
Yep.
And typically it's going to be one year of age and then one before you enter school at like 4 to 6 years of age.
Right.
I don't know for sure why they separate it out like that because you can do them a month apart and it's considered the same.
Right.
These cases here locally, we had the two families. It was an outbreak of 4, another outbreak of 4, which was just last week. We don't have any information as far as like public activities or places where they were because apparently anybody who was in contact with them has already been contacted by the health department.
Yep.
So that's why we don't have anything.
So if you haven't been contacted, you're good.
We do have a comment. We have Laura Webb. I have had the measles, mumps, and chicken pox. When I went to high school, they made me take the MMR shot. I went to nursing school in the fall and had to take it again. So you should be pretty covered now.
You're probably pretty good. Yeah. Or your body's just not taking. If they test your blood and you hadn't quite converted. After, how many would that be? 4 vaccines? You don't need to get more.
There used to be this concept, and maybe you'll hear this, about the blood test. Forget about the blood test. Here's the reason. It was developed for the antibodies that come with natural infection, not with vaccine. That's one thing that's wrong with it, to use it for checking if somebody's immune. But the other one is it just doesn't correlate.
Not always.
The antibodies that we're looking for with that test aren't the ones that you get from the vaccine. We consider anybody who's been vaccinated with the 2 shots to be as protected as they're going to be. And so you don't test, find out somebody doesn't get the test, doesn't have a positive on the test, revaccinate them, test them again, find out they don't have it, and give them the vaccine again, test them again.
Which is what happened to Laura Webb.
There are non-responders to the test, so that's why it's not a thing. It's just vaccinate, 2 shots, you're done.
Yep.
That's
You've had 4, Laura.
Yeah,
hey.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're not giving any more.
You're good.
Emmy says, I had all 3 diseases as a small child. Now 80 years old. Do I need a vaccine? The answer is no, you don't, because you were born before 1957.
Before that?
So you're good. You're protected. I have had total of 4 shots, but no immune. So yeah, Laura Webb.
Yeah, you're exactly the case he's talking about.
You probably actually do. It's just that there's not a way to test it short of putting you in a room full of 2-year-olds with red splotchy faces.
See if you get sick.
I don't recommend.
That's probably not the best way to figure it out.
But yeah, we would consider if you had the shots. There's a problem with considering that test actually tells you if somebody's immune or not.
Yeah,
it's possible that there's somebody who's not, but the opinion now among the experts is that 97% effectiveness is what we're considering the standard.
Yeah. Pretty universal in those vaccinated.
No, Laura Webb doesn't want.
Don't want any more.
She doesn't want to put it to the test. Okay.
Yeah, no thanks.
That's okay. We won't make you do that. So until next time.
Hey, I'm Dr. Wayne Vaughn.
Dr. Mark Vaughn telling you to stay in good health. Thanks for watching.